You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
We say this every year and we don't understand, after you watch a season of Married at First Sight, who would ever want to go on that show?
I'd love to know how many applications they get.
Well, this is the thing. There's been, they're filming at the moment, so there's been a few that have been leaked already of the wives. There was a hens night the other night, guys, in Sydney.
Here we go. How many tats?
When you see the controversy around this show and how people go onto it, and sometimes it can ruin your life, your reputation, you think to yourself, who is actually applying for this show? Well, I can confirm to everyone that we got two influencers and a food blogger, guys.
Food blogger.
Let's go through the two influencers.
What do you got?
First one is a flight attendant turned beautician, Melinda Willis. She's got 150 followers on Instagram. Seriously? I reckon she might be looking for more followers than love.
One or two,
Mate, don't say that. That's untrue.
Insiders close to the soon-to-be reality star told the Daily Mail that she's been wanting to join MAFS for years, so finally being cast would be a dream come true.
Okay, so is she calling the paps yet down at the beach? Or?
So she finally got through.
Oh, wow. Everyone has a lifelong dream, mate.
The next bride is an influencer and podcaster, Tani. A mate of hers has said that she's also been dying to star in MAFS. I'm not surprised to see her join MAFS. I went to school with her and she has been trying to become an influencer for a while. She also has her own podcast. She also used to be a massive One Direction fan. She's funny.
That's fun. I love that she's been dying to star in MAFS.
Well, this is
like you've been training or you've been working like you're an actor.
But it's been going on long enough now that people would. Like, you would have people who were in high school and now wanted to be on this show. That was their goal leaving school.
The other thing is too, Fitz, I reckon the way you say, hey, who would want to be on this? Everybody goes into this thinking, I can portray somebody that the public are going to love.
Yeah.
And they try to be something different to who they are on the show, thinking if I can get this image across, then Australia's going to fall in love with me. You can't pretend to be somebody else on these shows. You can't keep up an act. You have to be yourself. And I think that's where they go wrong.
Yeah. Do you reckon there's an element as well of, okay, I've watched every season of MAFS and I reckon this is the year where they might look after me with the editing.
Or I know how to handle a producer. I've watched enough. I reckon I can handle this.
It's like someone doing a renovation and going, I've watched Grand Designs, and yes, it goes over budget and takes longer every time. Won't happen to me, though. It won't happen to me.
Can you find the audio? Remember the audio of the guy and they changed up the... they took sentences and just cut and paste?
Yeah. Was it Al?
Andrew?
It was one of the roughest edits I've ever heard.
No, it wasn't.
Dion, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dion.
It was Dion's edit, I think.
Dion.
Oh, what about the one from me from Celebrity Apprentice where they made it sound like I had gastro?
Wow.
Dion.
When I said I do not have gastro, and they went, I have gastro. I do not have gastro.
Yeah, I know.
We've typed Dion into the system, but unfortunately it's all Celine Dion at this stage.
Oh, just as good.
Power of love.
Is she going on the show?
You never know.
That's a stretch. That's a good get if they could get Celine Dion.
You know what? I wonder if there was a moment with these influencers and food bloggers where a family member said,
You don't have family if you're going on the show.
Tani,
Of course you do.
okay,
No, you don't.
is this really what you want to do? Because you know what? This is going to be a big moment. This is the fame that you wanted, but is it we just got to hope that they look after and portray her well.
Do you know the other thing too? Behind the scenes, it wouldn't just be, Tani's an influencer and that's great, she's got some followers and she's got a podcast. It would be, okay, what do we know that we can use and expose about Tani further down the track? So we go, okay, great. So she's got an OnlyFans account. All right, this photo was leaked amongst some friends a while ago, and she was part of some sort of racist group back in 1983. So we're going to bring that out about halfway through the season just to thicken it up a bit. Okay. Good luck, Tani.
It is, you know what? It's the one thing, because we get a bit of a holiday break over Christmas. When I come back into work, there is an element, and everyone does this after a Christmas break. They go, back at work. For me, there's a sense of excitement that Married at First Sight's about to come back on.
It's a religion,
because
isn't
it's
it?
like, who's prepared to do it again? Who's been herded into the...
I'll watch it.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. Alec Baldwin says the media is out to get him, insisting he did not pull the trigger on the Rust set. Now, this interview was filmed a few days before this FBI report. It's only just emerged, but this report that we saw over the weekend stating that Alec Baldwin had pulled the trigger. No word from him to confirm, but this is what he said in this interview a few days ago.
I know that every single person on the set of the film knows what happened. And the people that are talking loudest about what happened or speculating about what happened were not on the set of the film. The LA Times, the Hollywood Reporter, they talk on and on and on about what if this and what if that, and have dined out on this. And the thing that they have in common is nobody was there.
Says, what do you mean? In that we kind of understood, and I thought it was known that he pulled the trigger.
He maintains that the type of a Western gun, he goes on a really lengthy explanation, is that when you, I can't remember, feather it or something he calls it, when you pull it back at the top, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fire when you push
then need
the
to pull the trigger.
Apparently it doesn't need the trigger at that point to fire. So he maintains that it's the fault of the person who put the live bullet in the gun. That didn't need to be there.
I don't even know why, even if he did pull the trigger. Like
why would he be guilty of the death?
Bullet in the gun?
Totally. And he said that he's stopped trying to look at it as there's conspiracy theories and things.
No.
He's now of the mindset that it's really just these media outlets trying to drill him into the ground. But we still don't know if he and the rest of the film's producers are going to be criminally charged. We'll find that out in the next few days. So it's still very serious, obviously. Guys, Harry and Meghan, they've confirmed they're not going to be seeing Wills and Kate when they return to the UK. So this was announced yesterday that they're going back. They're going to do some charity works, visit some businesses that they do work with, but they're not going to see William.
How long
Kate.
are they back there for?
I think it's 2 weeks, maybe.
Oh, what do you mean you're not going to catch up?
Well,
not even going to do in a coffee and a shortbread.
Is this from their mouths?
Yeah, sort of.
Right,
Sort of,
okay,
vaguely
right.
so.
No.
But and as well that they may not see the Queen. But the thing
you've got to see the Queen.
Well, do you know what? If you're a member of the royal family, Harry's got a book coming out. You don't want to have a chat with him right now because you say something wrong. He's in this space where he just tells everyone.
Every day there's an update on her health, and she's aging. She's not. What is she? 97.
Yeah, but he's got to go see her.
96, I think.
This could be the last time he sees her.
And that's the one that I think he would. He would go and see the Queen because he doesn't write anything bad about her. But I can understand why Kate and Wills would just go, you know what?
I can promise you he's going to catch up with the family.
Yeah, wouldn't he drop in for a beer?
2 weeks.
Well, last time he didn't. He didn't have a one-on-one catch-up when they were there for the
How do you
Diamond
know?
Jubilee. Because
there's no photos.
Well, but they flew in and flew out, and Kate and Wills were papped the entire time they were there at different events, which they had to do for work. And then,
but if it was fly in, fly out, this is a 2-week break. You're catching up with fam.
Yeah, you'd land.
And a couple of gin and tonics with Nan, and then you're off.
You'd land. You'd flick Will a message. Muskets at dawn? ?
Yep.
And just pheasants
shoot
at 5.
a couple of pheasants and then you're out.
Nah.
And peasants. Let's go shoot a couple of pheasants and peasants.
We've got peasants out the front and pheasants out the back. Where do you want to start?
Finally, guys, this one is awesome. The 3 Hemsworth brothers have teamed up with Colossal Biosciences. They are going to bring back the Tasmanian tiger.
We have an exclusive here. We have an exclusive right here in the studio.
I mean, the world's been screaming out for this.
This is all over the news. This is huge coverage today because Thomas Bryan Ivy, he has a beautiful sister called Lucy. Lucy's husband is in charge of steering this and has been studying this project. Wow. He's the man behind it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, the de-extinction of the Tasmanian tiger.
So why?
Why are they doing it?
Yeah.
Well, I think they've wanted to do it for so long, and now technology is catching up with them, and they've finally got funding for it. And so, but what they need to do is they've got the sort of embryo or whatever they need. But they need to put it in a different animal.
So they've got the makeup, haven't they?
Yeah,
the
they've
DNA.
got the makeup. Yeah.
That's incredible. You could grow it in a different body.
Is this quite dangerous?
Yes.
I mean,
Jurassic Park.
are they extinct for a reason?
Yes, they were hunted by man.
Because we killed them.
But hang on, are they some lovable animal that we've missed the boat on? Because it's not like when Barbra Streisand cloned her cat. Like, that was different.
That's just a cat.
How do you
but she
know
loved
they're
her
awesome?
cat.
Well, Ben, the last one in the cage that we've seen of that footage, which is now famous, the black and white footage of, I mean, a stripy type of animal that's a tiger.
When they're a cat, stripy.
You know what? We are lacking stripy
No.
animals.
I mean, they weren't even here, were they? They were only in Tassie.
That's right.
So they're unique to that part of the area, part of the world. And the only thing nervous would be, bloody rock wallaby. But I think it would be...
But is that the point? Is it
It's
it
to
trying
prove the science and bring back the animal.
But is it also is there an overwhelming rabbit problem in Tasmania they're trying to get on top of?
No,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's for that. I think it's more just to prove that it can be done, and then what
Sure.
can it mean for other animals that have become extinct?
So what, then they bring back the dodo bird? What they bring back?
That'd be fun.
The big one that they've been working on also is the woolly mammoth, because they found in Siberia, in some peat bog, they found a baby baby woolly mammoth, and because you've got the elephant being a relative, you could put the DNA, if you could build it, and take it from
We don't need any more woolly mammoths.
You can breed it with the
Yeah.
elephant. All of a sudden, there's some elephant at a zoo going, this baby feels big.
You've had your run. You know
mate.
what? You've had your run.
Bring it
Yeah,
back.
it's a bit Jurassic Park.
Mate,
Seriously,
I-
it's
do you know
awesome.
what?
It's fascinating.
You know what? My kid can't even get on Drummoyne Oval because they're scared that he's going to rip it up.
Don't worry about the oval,
Woolly
mate.
Train strike this
Woolly mammoth is going to come back and ruin our landscape.
Could you have a look at it? I mean, imagine driving through a zoo and seeing a woolly mammoth.
Well, it's like an elephant with hair.
It is
It's
so,
an elephant with hair.
It's so much bigger than an elephant.
We don't need
It's
it.
huge.
Imagine the residents of Mossman complaining about
Says.
that noise.
Imagine the new fur coats from the woolly mammoth you could wear around Double Bay.
That is
You know
terrible.
what? You can have it in your
Right,
backyard
I'll
as
do
a
it.
pet. How's that? Rose Bay, come along and see the woolly mammoth.
Tommy,
Oh, no, that's Wippa.
Tommy, you give me the tiger and I'll bring back the
All
mammoth.
right, guys.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.